Hey, this is Tom, Junkie XL. I would like to give you a tour in my second room in the house, where also there are a lot of synthesizers and a lot of gear. And I would like to start off with the Yamaha DX5. It's a very unique synthesizer, DX synthesizer, and I've had it a while and it's really fantastic. Underneath we see the Yamaha CS20M, which is the little brother of the 40M that I have in the other room. It's a really amazing sounding synthesizer. When we go to the rack and we start at the top, this is pretty much what my live rack was when I was on tour in the 90s and there were no virtual plugins to do it with. So on the top we see the Korg Tridon. Below that we see the MKS 70 that actually comes with an editor that I have right here that I use for editing the sounds and storing the sounds. Here we have the Korg EX 8000. Underneath we have the Kawai 5000. And then we see something really from an old time period, which are SCSI drives and SCSI CD-ROMs, and they're connected to some of the older samplers. This is the ASR10 sampler, which was my first really pro sampler that I got. Then we have the Kurzweil K2000, the Kurzweil K2500, the emulator 6400 Ultra, and then the 4X sampler by by emulator. And then here we have something really unique, which is the TX816, which are 8 DX7s in one module, in different modules that you can edit individually. And then I have a mixer to mix everything that needs to go to Cubase. Now, if we turn around the room, we come to the other side, and I have a few classic synths here too. On top we have the Moog Model D, and this is the reissue. So this is not the original, it's the reissue, but it's a really wonderful synth. It sounds fantastic. And here we have the OB6 that came out, a wonderful synth developed by Dave Smith and Tom Oberheim. Now underneath here is a synth I'm very proud of. It's a memory Moog, and it's in immaculate condition. It works fantastic and it sounds fantastic. And then here we have an RX5 drum computer sitting, and underneath that a Fox amplifier, because I'm still a guitarist, but we'll feature guitars in another episode. Here we have the CS30 Yamaha synthesizer with a built-in sequencer, wonderful sounding synth, very thick sounding and very deep, and it gives you a lot of opportunities. This is a very classic box. This is the VP330. This is the original vocoder that Roland released. It's an absolutely wonderful machine and it sounds absolutely fantastic. And underneath that we see the Korg Trident, a very thick sounding synthesizer that has a bass section, a synthesizer section, brass and strings. It's an absolutely wonderful box. And if we move to the other side of the room, we see my workstation here that looks familiar to the other room. And here we go to a few other samplers that I used to take on the road. On top we have the Yamaha TX16W with the operating system from hell. But I got it to work, and underneath that we have the Korg M1 rack, and then we have two very classic samplers, the S950 by Akai and the S3200 XL by Akai. Wonderful, wonderful samplers. Underneath there we see the Korg A1, which is a reverb unit from the 80s that I'm very fond of, and underneath we see the TX81C, which is a 4-operator DX synthesizer, not as rich as the DX series, but very special in sound. And that concludes another tour of a room that I have in my house where my studios are.